Hello student, example number 6. What is given? In this example, value of in is defined. What is value of in? Integral 0 to pi by 2 x raised to n sin x dx. And what we have to prove? Value of in is n pi by 2 raised to n minus 1 minus n into n minus 1 in minus 2. So here, what is observation? Here this is the value of in. This is definition of in. Now we want answer in terms of in minus 2. We want answer in terms of in minus 2. What is value of in minus 2? If this is in, what is in minus 2? Replace n by n minus 2. Replace n by n minus 2. Replace n by n minus 2. So we have 0 to pi by 2 x raised to n minus 2 and into sin x dx. So we reduce power of x by 2. So we start with this in, LHS, and we adjust this integral. Then only we get answer in terms of in minus 2. So here we start with in. Dear student, we start with in. So first part, step number 1, in is 0 to pi by 2 x raised to n into sin x dx. Now we want value of this, we will adjust this integral in the answer. So here power of x is decreases by 2. So we must take 2 times derivative of this x raised to n. We must take 2 times derivative. Take it as u. Because we take derivative of u. What is the by parts? Where we take derivative of u. और जितनी बार आप derivative लोगे, we reduce the power of x by 1 and take this second function as v. Take second function as u. So what is the by parts? A to b uv dx. बोलो u integration of v dx range a to b minus range a to b derivative of u and integration of v dx total dx. पावर ऑफ x डिक्रीजेस. क्यों? डेरिवेटिव ले रहे हैं, या आप लोग बाय पार्ट लेट रूल से करोगे तो भी चलेगा. लेट या आई लेट, बाय LIATE लेट रूल. Here sin x is trigonometric and x raised to n is algebraic. Power of x is algebraic function. Function containing in powers of x is called as algebraic function. So ये x u आता है, तो आप तो दो लॉजिक से अप्लाई कर सकते हैं. आप बाय पार्ट से करोगे तो भी चलेगा. पहले algebraic आता है and hence u. या second reason, we want power of x is reduced by 2. So we take the function whose derivative is, whose power is reduced and take it as u. तो आप कोई भी रीजन से आप u और v सिलेक्ट कर सकते हैं, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. अभी नाउ आई रिप्लेस रिस्पेक्टिव वैल्यू. व्हाट इज u? x raised to n. व्हाट इंटीग्रेशन v? इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ साइन. रेंज इज 0 to pi by 2 माइनस रेंज इज 0 to pi by 2 डेरिवेटिव ऑफ u, डेरिवेटिव ऑफ x raised to n, इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ v, इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ साइन. Put respective values, put respective values, put respective values. So we have 0 to pi by 2. We have 0 to pi by 2. U means, sorry, now what is u? X raised to n. What is integration of v? Integration of sine minus cos. Range 0 to pi by 2 minus range 0 to pi by 2. What is derivative of u? Derivative of x raised to n and x raised to n minus 1. पावर आगे, एक से पावर कम. What is integration of v? What is integration of sine minus cos with respect to x. We put respective values. बहुत सिंपल है. Now x replaced by upper limit pi by 2 raised to n minus cos pi by 2 minus x replaced by lower limit. So dear student, we replace upper limit now. We replace upper limit. बहुत सिंपल है. बोलो pi by 2 raised to n minus cos pi by 2 minus lower limit x replaced by 0, it is 0, minus minus plus n 0 to pi by 2 x raised to n minus 1 into cos x dx. Cos pi by 2 is 0 plus n integral 0 to pi by 2 x raised to n minus 1 into cos x as it is. So it is n 0 to pi by 2 x raised to n minus 1 into cos x dx. This is first step. This is your first step, dear student. This is first step. जहां पर आपने एक बार बाय पार्ट्स यूज किया, जहां पर हमने एक बार बाय पार्ट्स किया, if we use by parts one time, here power of x is reduced by 1. Now we want x raised to n minus 2, again reduced by 1. So take one more time by parts, step second, because we want x raised to n minus 2 power. So take this function as u, because in by parts take derivative of u in by parts. So we must take it as u, then only we get power of x raised to n minus 2, and take this function as second. Yeah, use let rule, power of x algebraic and then sin is trigonometric. अब दोनों चॉइस में से कोई भी एक लॉजिक लगाओ, आपको जो अच्छा लगता है, लेकिन मेरे हिसाब से पावर कम होना चाहिए, एंड हिंस वी मस्ट टेक इट एज u. Now put respective values by parts n as it is. बोलो what is u? x raised to n minus 1. Integration of v, what is integration of cos? Sin, range 0 to pi by 2 minus 0 to pi by 2. Derivative of u, derivative of x raised to n minus 1. Integration of v, integration of cos. देखो u, what is u? x raised to n minus 1. Integration of cos, sin, range 0 to pi by 2 minus range 0 to pi by 2. Derivative of u, derivative of u means derivative of x raised to n minus 1. What is derivative of x raised to n minus 1? Power आगे x raised to n minus 2. And what is integration of cos is sin x. Simplify n as it is. X replaced by upper limit, so it is pi by 2 raised to n minus 1 into sin pi by 2. Lower limit, sin 0 is 0. Sin 0 is 0. Next, minus n minus 1 आगे आएगा 0 to pi by 2 x raised to n minus 2 into sin x dx into sin x dx. बहुत सिंपल है बच्चे लोग, into sin x dx. Next, n as it is. Pi by 2 raised to n minus 1 sin pi by 2 is 1 minus n minus 1. And what is value of this integral? अरे value of this integral देखो ये same, power of x is n minus 2, so it is I suffix n minus 2. जितना x का पावर है वो I का suffix होता है. Now simplify, it is n pi by 2 raised to n minus 1 minus n minus 1, it is I n minus 2, and which is our RHS. So what is observation, dear students? यहाँ पर x का पावर 2 बार रिड्यूस करना है, means we must take 2 times by parts. In first time by parts, power of x is reduced by 1. In second time again reduced by 1, और आपको रिप्लेस करना है. तो ये सम बच्चे लोग आपको बहुत सिंपल लगेगा. समझने के लिए आपको वीडियो पॉज करना, नहीं समझ में आया होगा तो और लिखो. अगर आप लिख के करोगे तो आपको ये कंसेप्ट वेरी सिंपल है, बहुत सिंपल. नाउ आई टेक नेक्स्ट सम वेयर आई चेंज ओनली cos x instead of sin x. I use cos x instead of sin. I use same sum. बच्चों लोग आपको खुद करना है, हर बच्चे को खुद करना है. गलती हुआ तो आप स्टेप लेना, हर बच्चे को खुद करना है. आएगा और कॉन्फिडेंस देगा. सो हियर आई स्टार्ट विथ यू. वी पुट रिस्पेक्ट लेट रूल बाय लेट रूल या आई लेट रूल. या आई लेट रूल. ओके, u x एस टू एन, आपको सब वैल्यू मालूम है. नाउ अगेन यहां पर बाय पार्ट्स यूज किया हमने बच्चे लोग. बाय पार्ट्स मालूम है हर बच्चे को. व्हाट इज बाय पार्ट्स? व्हाट इज बाय पार्ट्स? इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ यू वी डी एक्स. इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ यू वी डी एक्स. मैं क्या करता हूं, यहां पे लिखता हूं. बोलो, व्हाट इज इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ यू वी डी एक्स? इट इज यू इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ वी डी एक्स रेंज a to b minus a to b derivative of u integration of v dx and total dx. Put respective values. u की जगह पर x raised to n, integration of cos is sin. Now for upper limit it is pi by 2 raised to n, sin pi by 2 is 1 minus n. बोलो u मतलब x raised to n minus 1. What is integration of sin? Integration of sin, integration of v, integration of sin, integration of sin is minus cos. Range 0 to pi by 2 minus 0 to pi by 2. Derivative of x raised to n minus 1. Derivative of x raised to n minus 1 is power आगे, x से पावर कम, पावर आगे, x से पावर कम. And what is integration of sin is minus cos. Simplify. Pi by 2 raised to n minus n upper limit pi by 2 cos pi by 2 is 0. For lower limit x replaced by 0 minus minus plus n minus 1 0 to pi by 2 x raised to n minus 2 into cos x dx. Now it is pi by 2 raised to n minus n into n minus 1, correct? And what is the value of this integral? It is in minus 2. x का जितना पावर है उतना सफिक्स, x का पावर n minus 2, so it is I suffix n minus 2, and which is nothing but RHS. So here in first step we use first time by parts, and this is second step we use again by parts. तो जो भी बच्चों को कुछ डाउट होगा, इफ एनी प्रॉब्लम, यू जस्ट रेफर दिस सम एंड अगेन सॉल्व एज इट इज, अगेन सॉल्व एज इट इज, देन यू विल गेट कॉन्फिडेंस.